So, in the last episode, we spoke about how to learn the circuit. And we spoke about those fixed points that all fast guys agree on. The place you have to be, right next to the paint, on the inside, late in the turn, ready to start picking it up off the edge and driving at an angle off the turn. Now we're going to work backwards and figure out how to get there, the steps to prepare you to be in that position. And the first one I'd like to start with is, if you're going to be in that position right next to the paint late in the turn, you don't want to be right next to the paint on the inside early to mid-turn, because what that does will make you struggle to be there late in the turn, because if you're going quick, it's going to throw you wide on the exit, which means more lean angle, which means you can't open the throttle. So where do you want to be? I would say somewhere, depends on the corner, but somewhere between 1 meter and 2, out from the paint in the middle. And what does that allow? You to go in even harder, because if you don't need to be on the inside in the middle, you want to be out a little bit, that gives you a little bit more leeway to push even harder on the entry, and then come back for the exit. I know some of you out there right now will be going, but I was told slow in, fast out. I've got to confirm to you, it's a load of rubbish. If you've shared a track with a real racer, doesn't matter if it's a national level rider, world championship, superbike or GP, you'll be astonished how late they are on the brakes, because they're using 100% braking effort, and that's not to say you can't be too late on the brakes. And by that I mean using 100% braking effort, a fraction late on the braking marker, then you arrive to the point where you need to start turning in, but you're using all of that grip and is available for stopping, none left for turning, and you can't turn, you end up going straight ahead past your turn-in point, So next lap you've got to pull it back a little bit so you get it slowed down, scrubbed off enough that you can start turning in, start releasing the brake a little to make available enough grip and tyre shape, but enough grip to start turning. And I call it blending, and it's no different than the exit. When you're at full lean, you can't throttle, but as it comes up, you can come on more. It's exactly the same. So braking, scrubbing off that speed, you get to your turn-in point, you start turning in. It can handle about half lean, but to turn more than that, you've got to start coming off the brake to give a grip and tyre shape available to start turning. So coming off. Then by the time you're at full lean, like really trying to make it turn in the middle there, you're either completely off the brake or you've only got a fraction. You don't want to use too much, it'll fold. So then it's turning back. Now you've done that turn in the middle where you've used maximum turn. You're coming back from 1 meter or 2, depending on the corner, out from the paint, back toward that fixed point we spoke about at the exit. And once you reach there, you've already done your turning. You can start picking it up and driving it off that turn. I imagine some of you out there now saying, yeah, but that's quite a tight turn. What about a more open, fast-flowing turn? And you're dead right. I gave that example because it was a tight turn and then it becomes more obvious, more easy to see on the line. So as it becomes more an open turn and more fast-flowing, it gets less and less obvious, especially on the line. And to the point that you might not even be able to see it on the line difference, but it's always there in the timing of when the rider is trying to get it stopped, when he's trying to get it turned and lined up so he can get back on the throttle and take advantage of that next straight.